Hello and welcome to Note Doctors Summer Shorts. My name is Paul.
My name is Jen.
My name is Ben.
And we are your hosts. We are all university music theory instructors who are passionate about music theory and music theory instruction. In these short episodes, we will be sharing with each other and all of you musical examples and teaching tips covering a wide range of topics. So if you want to know more about music theory and the most effective and innovative ways to teach it, this is the podcast for you. Hello and welcome back to another episode of Note Doctors Summer Shorts, where we get to hang out and have some fun, not talking about, stodgy things like, Picardy thirds and raising leading tone and pitch class set theory, but we're going to talk more about clips from TV shows or movies. I think we have all movies today that have some type of music theory related topic to them, and we're going to rate them as music theory experts. We're kind of ripping off those YouTube videos where experts will chime in on how accurate, say, a movie like Braveheart is to, medieval England and Scotland. We're not going to do that. We're going to do that with music theory, and we've got some more clips that we've culled searching far and wide on the internet. And we're going to rate them in whatever system that we feel like rating them in, and have a good time doing it. Any things to say before we dive in, Jenn or Ben?
Nope.
Let's go for it.
Let's do it. All right.
So try to be less harsh of a grader today.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Give some grace on the intonation. All right.
Okay.
All right. So here, this is a classic clip from a great movie, Amadeus.
Oh yeah,
about
that's
Mozart.
a great movie.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
A good effort. Oh, well, decidedly that. An excellent effort. You have shown us something quite new tonight.
It is new. It is, isn't it, sire?
Yes, indeed.
So, then you liked it. You really liked it, sire.
Well, of course I did. It's very good. Of course, now and then, just now and then, it seemed a touch,
What do you mean, sire?
well, I mean, occasionally it seems to have, how should one say, how shall one say, Director?
Too many notes, Your Majesty.
Exactly, very well put. Too many notes.
I don't understand. There are just as many notes, Majesty, as are required, neither more nor less.
Well, my dear fellow, there are, in fact, only so many notes the ear can hear in the course of an evening. I think I'm right in saying that, aren't I, court composer?
Yes. Yes. On the whole, yes, Majesty.
This is absurd.
My dear young man, don't take it too hard. Your work is ingenious. It's quality work. And there are simply too many notes. That's all. Just cut a few and it'll be perfect.
Which few did you have in mind, Majesty?
Oh, that's such a good clip. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
I have thought that grading dictation assignments before. There are simply too many notes.
Yeah. You see 3, 4, and then the first measure has.
The first measure has like 6 beats or 4 beats or
Yep.
5. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's good. Yeah, and so just as a little background, that's the Emperor, kind of his feedback or response to one of Mozart's pieces. I'm not sure what piece
I was
they
trying
listened
to remember that too, and I feel like it might be the Marriage of Figaro overture.
Well,
But I
can see
haven't
that.
seen this movie in a long time, so I could be very wrong. But that might be what it is. I mean, there are a lot of notes in that piece.
Yeah.
But yeah. I love the which notes would you like me to remove?
Yeah, too many notes.
Pick and
Which
choose them.
notes?
Yeah.
Yeah, what a comment. Too many notes. What would I do with that?
Well, and
So
poor
dumb.
Salieri, he's just trying to make money. He just, he has to say whatever the king wants to hear. He doesn't really have a choice. So the king's like, court musician. He's like, yes, that's correct. There's too many notes.
I also like that this reminds us as the viewer that Mozart's music was new at some point, right?
That's true.
And we often will hear contemporary music and are like, I mean, or even listen to music from like the 1950s, Pierre Boulez or something. And you're just like, too many notes, right? It's like total serialism, too many notes. And of course, that's relative to your experience and to what you're used to, right? And so we think that everything that Mozart wrote was perfect, 200, 300 years later. Well, wait, 200 years later. No. And but to think about how listeners initially responded to it, it's kind of interesting to think about that. Yeah, there were probably critiques. They were like, this is too new, or this is, and you get that with especially some of Beethoven's works. You get critiques from writers about Beethoven Ninth and things like that, and
or even like Eroica or Waldstein or any of those that people were like, no,
it's too much, right? So this is great. I think it's awesome. Let's see, what am I would give this
Are we rating the? This is hard to rate.
This is hard.
Are we rating the Emperor, or are we rating the
Let's.
Yeah, I don't know if I can rate.
It's difficult to
one.
rate.
This is a tough one.
I mean, the Emperor gets a 0.
He gets a
for
0.
musical knowledge.
Right.
He has to get someone else
categories.
to tell him that it was too many notes.
Right.
He's like, how do I say it?
Yeah, he gets.
I also don't know if he was talking about. See, the way I always interpreted this was that if it was slower, it would be quote unquote less notes because they're not happening as quickly or whatnot. But obviously that's not true. I mean, it's the same amount of notes no matter how fast or slow you play it. But
right, which makes him even dumber. If
right,
that's what
exactly.
he was trying to say.
Yeah. So it wasn't even worded in a way that was like kind of musically accurate. If that's what we're rating on.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Salieri a -5 for not standing
for not
up.
backing.
Yes.
Not backing up.
Artistic integrity.
That's right. Come on.
0.
I mean,
0.0.
the thing is,
None.
he's just trying to feed his family.
That's true. That's right. But he put
Also
Mozart under the
valid.
bus.
He did.
Yeah. I'm standing by it.
All right, that's fair.
All right.
Yep. I'm going to 0. Nothing.
All right. Well, let's see if we can raise this up a little bit. Okay, so let's look at this one. This is from, I've never seen this movie, but I found this clip. This is from a movie called Boys Choir from 2014. Dustin Hoffman is in it, and he's like,
oh my goodness,
boys choir director. But
Never
this
even
clip
heard
isn't.
of it.
This clip is not with him in it, but it is. It seems like has a similar kind of theme as August Rush, where there's this this young boy who doesn't know anything but then learns things and becomes the star pupil or something like that, because that's just how it happens in the real world, right? So there are actually going to be 2 clips here that we're going to see back to back.
There's 12 keys, right? Most basic scale is a major scale, also known as an Ionian mode. You got all kinds of notes. Whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, eighths. These notes tell you the length and duration. They also time each measure out for you, so you know how long the beats are. Tell me more. Major. Good. Now this. Major again. This. Minor. Good. This. Minor. This. Augmented. This. Dominant 7. Dominant 7th first inversion.
Oh, burned! Dominant and first inversion, you noob.
Oh man.
He had me fooled. I could have sworn that was going to be a Pachelbel.
Yep, it
And then
was.
the augmented came in. It was.
I know the augmented really got me because it was a Pachelbel
here
sequence.
comes that Romanesca, and then it broke out of it.
That's right.
Ooh.
Shocking augmented. Right. So there are 2 clips there. So this boy is getting tutored by this other boy on different things. So the first one was on the major scale, which I find it funny that he mentions the mode. It's also called Ionian. because of course you really need to know that the major scale is called Ionian mode,
Very important.
and then the different durations, and then the little bit of chord ID right there. He is looking at the keyboard, so he could have maybe memorized the letter names to know the major and minor, but he's still spot on with that. So I think this is a pretty high score for me. I have to
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, I think the one thing that really gives it a high score for me is the fact that he didn't get the inverted dominant chord, which happens all the time. It's like, oh yeah, forget the bass for that first inversion. So I'm gonna give it a strong, robust 9 out of 10 on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
going 9.2.
Oh boy.
Okay. Wow. All right.
All right. Oh,
What about you with your quaver
so I'll just
system?
split the difference. I'm going to be 9.1 quavers.
Very good. Very good. All right. Let's keep it going here. This is one of my favorite movies, I think probably of all time, is A Mighty Wind, which is a mockumentary by Christopher Guest. It's about these folk bands that originated in the 1960s that then have a reunion concert like 40 years later, and kind of just about how these bands get back together. And this short clip is from one of the groups called the Main Street Singers, and they are rehearsing one of their songs. And the one actor that you probably will recognize is I just lost.
Eugene Levy, right?
He's not in this one.
Is he not in Mighty Wind?
He is, but not in this clip.
not in this clip. Okay.
John Michael Higgins, who is he's one of those guys that you're like, oh, I recognize him from that movie, or like he's one of those guys like, oh, I know that guy. But he's actually a really good musician and wrote actually co-wrote a lot of the songs that the Main Street Singers sing in that movie. So here we go.
That's it, nice and crisp. That's very nice. I'm walking down the Main Street, everybody's gonna sing. There you go. Let's sing. Whoa. Oh, what are you singing there? You got the root on sing? You singing the root?
No, I'm singing everybody's gonna sing.
You singing the root. Didn't I give you a 6?
On this one?
Tony, did I give him a 6?
I think you were singing the 6th.
Can you sing me a 6 there?
Could you sing a 6?
Everybody gonna sing.
Everybody's gonna sing. I can sing that.
Sing around the Stradivan. 1, 2, 3. Oh, what? Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you have a problem in the bridge?
No, I was gonna... Can I switch? Can I change out of my costume?
Costume? Are you hot?
Yeah. But also, I mean, I've been wearing it for a month.
You know the policy. We all gotta wear the uniform until we're ready to take it off. I think you're real close. I just don't think you're quite there yet. I mean, you did not sing that 6th, and I want to see you sing that 6th. You just wear what you have on. You sound fine.
Okay.
We'll just do it again, and eventually you're going to be able to wear your civvies when you're singing.
Nice.
This is such a cool little clip. I don't know how you guys found this. This is great.
Well, so many things.
Yeah. Let's first talk about, did he sing the root? Did he sang the root? Everybody gonna sing?
Yeah.
He had the BBC. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Tito? And then oh man, I can't remember his name. John Michael. He got the 6. He sang the 6 down, right? Everybody gonna sing.
That's the thing. I was thinking he was going to sing a 6th interval, but scale degree 6
Right.
was what it was the A, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it was scale degree 6, and it was also chord degree 6, because it was like a 1 chord with an add 6.
Add 6. Right.
Yes. Right. And so it wasn't the interval, or it wasn't a 6th interval. It was the 6th of the chord, which also was scale degree 6, which is a little confusing.
Yeah.
So when am I going to get to change out of my note doctor's uniform? When am I good enough? I'm just kidding.
Funny.
I wear whatever I want, in case you're listening and you're concerned.
Yeah.
We actually all wear uniforms, as a matter of fact.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. It's pretty... I mean...
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah, it was pretty legit. Like, they were singing the right thing. They were all playing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They were, like,
it
actually playing
sounded
the
good,
instruments.
and-
Yeah. No, and I think it kind of captures a good kind of band dynamic, you know, with the new person trying
Getting
to
sort of
impress.
picked on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And kind of the hazing that sometimes
Yeah.
happens. Yeah.
That's true. I'm going to go like 9.6 quavers.
Wow.
It's pretty high.
That is high.
I'm trying to weigh the understanding of scale degree 6 and an added 6, both in the same, against the
I hear
complexity
you
of
there.
some of the preceding clips with Ionian plus. I mean,
All right. I mean, hey,
I don't know.
we're not judging them against each other. We're judging them, you know, as is. Like, just, you know.
As is.
Right.
Accuracy of the music.
That was pretty
Right.
good. It was pretty good. I'll go 9.5.
Okay. I'm going to go 10. I'm just going to go 10 because I love the movie.
Ooh,
I'm doing
whoa,
it.
we got a 10
We got
coming
a
out
10.
here.
We
Mighty
got a
Wind
10.
coming in
Oh
strong.
my goodness.
All right, so we got one more clip for us today here. And so actually we're going to keep the theme of Christopher Guest. So this last clip is from the classic 1984. This is Spinal Tap. And in this clip, Christopher Guest, who's one of the members of Spinal Tap, is playing the piano. And for for Rob Reiner, who is the documentary maker in this mockumentary. So let's listen to this clip.
It's pretty. Yeah, I like it. Just been fooling about with it for a few months now. Very delicate.
It's a bit of a departure from the kind of thing you normally play.
Yeah, well, it's part of a trilogy, really, a musical trilogy that I'm doing in D minor, which I always find is really the saddest of all keys. Really, I don't know why, but it makes people weep instantly to play that. It's a horn part.
It's very pretty.
You know, just simple lines intertwining. You know, very much like I'm really influenced by Mozart and Bach, and it's sort of in between though. It's like a Mach piece, really.
What do you call this?
Well, this piece is called Lick My Love Pump.
Oh my gosh. So good.
Yeah.
So one, he's actually playing all this.
Yeah, he is actually playing. You can see him playing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that he's got like 6 points.
I wish I
just from
could
there.
say that I had never been in a legitimate music class where it was said that D minor is the saddest key, but that has in fact happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I
It's a
don't.
pretty sad key, yeah.
I mean, there is something really sad about D minor, and I think people think that because most of the requiems are in D minor.
Right. Well, and historically, you had all these different keys had these emotions tied to them before we get to equal temperament, where everything is kind of flattened out. So, yeah.
I mean, he does say that he's writing just a set of simple interlocking lines, except they're just chords. It's just, he just sings like the root of the chords.
Yeah, and I think, wasn't it like he was saying he was emulating Bach and Mozart, but then it was like the horn line was the exact same line as the bass?
Right.
Yeah, a lot of parallel motion. Yeah. Yeah. So, way off on the Bach.
Mach.
And Mach, right. Which, I don't think this had too many notes, if we want to tie back to the first video we listened to. So it wasn't very Mozart either.
And would it fight demons? Because that's what Bach would do. I don't know. But it was very sad.
Yeah, I don't think this was Exorcise Any Demons. No, don't think so.
So, because it made me laugh, I'm going to come in at a 7.4 quavers.
I'm gonna go with. Was that a major 4 at the end?
I think so.
Okay, so then that's not
On the G, yeah.
that's not even Bach. I mean, come on. He's not putting a major
He
4.
uses major 4 all the time, but only with major 5 and like a
right.
linear motion.
Yeah, I mean, that was not even a tonal per progression. So I'm just going to give him a 6 for his playing.
I'm going to go a little higher. As you all know, I'm a fan of minor key themes that go to major 4, especially Marvel superheroes.
That's right.
I wrote about that at TSNT.
Yeah, throw that out there.
I'm going to go 7.7. Lucky sevens. The fact that he played it, I think, was good. And D minor, I mean, that's Hans Zimmer's favorite key as well. I think, so.
There you go.
There we go. Perfect. All right. Well, this was a blast. Again, looking at these clips and rating them and laughing about it. And maybe we'll do some more of these. But we will be back with other summer shorts where we actually talk about music theory pedagogy and not just make each other laugh. But that's also good to do in the summer as well. So we will talk to you all later.